Hi, my name's Kat Williamson, and this is my presentation on the Coretta King Book Award. The Coretta King Book Award was founded to honor the works of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and the continued works of his wife, Mrs. Coretta King, after his assassination. It was founded in 1969 and was first awarded in 1970. The award is specifically for minority writers and illustrators of children's literature. The first winner was Lily Patterson for the book Martin Luther King Jr., A Man of Peace. It became officially recognized as an award for the ALA in 1982. Starting in 1995, they also included the Steptoe Award with the Coretta King Award. It's to recognize new talent, and it has been given out 28 times so far. It is not given out every year. The Hamilton Award has also been added. It is a Lifetime Achievement Award, and it was the first time awarded in 2010. The Coretta King Book Award is sponsored by the Ethnic and Multicultural Information Exchange Roundtable. This is one of the many roundtables of the ALA. It was originally started as a task force and was part of the Social Responsibilities Roundtable. It became its own roundtable in 1983. For the book portion of this presentation, I'm going to focus on the 2020 winners of the Coretta King Book Award. The first is the author winner. That is Jerry Craft. He won for the graphic novel New Kid. So in this story, it's the story of Jordan Banks, who is sent to a very prestigious private school that is predominantly white, and he is one of only a few students of color at the entire school. And it shows how he deals with racism and microaggressions and his family's response and how he navigates in his old community and the new school. And this story is all played out with his illustrations in his journal. And it shows how he deals with the situation with humor and processing his emotions towards the situation. It's received several positive reviews from Booklist, School Library Journal, Kirkus, Publishers Weekly, and the New York Times. And it also has won the Newbery Book Award. The next award was given to Kwame Alexander for The Undefeated in his role as an illustrator. I'm very excited about this because I've long loved the work of Kwame Alexander. And this book was originally broadcast as a poem on ESPN called The Undefeated. It's an ode to the strength and perseverance of Black lives in the United States. It uses the words of not only Mr. Alexander, but also the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Langston Hughes, and Gwendolyn Brooks. And it's a book that follows the struggle of Black Americans from slavery to present time. This book has not only won the Coretta King Book Award for the illustrator, but it also won the Caldecott Medal, which we also know is an award given for fantastic illustration. The John Steptoe Award winner for author this year was Alicia D. Williams for Genesis Begins Again. This is a highly acclaimed book, and it deals with a girl named Genesis who hates exactly 96 things about herself. And the things that she hates are things such as her skin color, her father who is a alcoholic and a gambling addict, and she's growing up in poverty. Well, in the book, her father ends up losing their rent money in a gambling incident, and her mother and her go to live with her grandmother. and she ends up starting in a new school where she makes new friends, and she has an amazing teacher who helps her reframe her thinking about herself, and she starts to love herself. This book is highly, highly acclaimed. It is a Newbery winner, a Morris Award finalist, and it has been named School Library Journal's Best Middle Grades Book. It's a book that I would include in any library, and well done to Miss Alicia D. Williams for such a fantastic book and the message of self-love that it sends to everybody. The John Steptoe Award for Illustrator in 2020 was given to April Harrison for her work in What is Given from the Heart. This is a story about a boy named James who has very little himself, but when he learns that one of the families at his church has lost everything in a fire, he tries to decide what he can give to them in the church collection box of love to help them out. And this is a story of compassion and love, and it is a fantastic book to add to the shelf to show that you don't have to have a lot to be able to give back to your community. The Coretta Scott King Book Award seal was designed in 1974 by Lev Mills. I took a direct quote off a website describing the seal because I didn't want to mess up any of the characterizations of the symbols within the seal. So the quote goes, "The basic circle represents continuity in movement, resolving from one idea to another. Within the circle is an image of an African American child reading a book. The 5 main religious symbols below the image of the child represent non-sectarianism. The superimposed pyramid symbolizes both strength and Atlanta University, the awards headquarters when the seal was designed. At the apex of the pyramid is the dove, symbolic of peace. The rays shine towards peace and brotherhood." The seal comes in 3 colors: bronze for the author and illustrator winners, silver for the author and illustrator nominees, and green for Steptoe winners. In order to obtain seals for any books in your collection, you can buy them through the ALA store on their website. It's $14.50 for a roll of 24 seals. Here's a list of all the works I consulted in making of this presentation. Feel free to explore them further for more information.